So if you want to understand why this guy has been facing so much media criticism of late, it's because if you look at his chart, he's got Mars, Venus, and Saturn set up in a way that is taking a lot of incoming pressure currently from both Saturn and Uranus. But as we go forward into the next 60 days or so, at the very least, from Saturn. And so, as I'm sure you heard, he actually said more than once that the insurrection was a terrorist act. But of course, that doesn't sit well with the Orange Menace or with any of his followers or with all the lying commentators and pundits on Fox News. So he was forced to retract and grovel and continue to do what he does best, which is act like a servile, malfeasant assistant to the orange cockroach. And you can pretty much guess that based on the astrology, this will likely continue until at least March or so, when Saturn will clear the degrees of Venus in this case. His chart is shown with Libra rising. There are two possible times for Cruz. One is the time shown. There's another one that's completely different. It's 7:34 p.m., which gives him Leo rising. Looking at both, I think this one is probably correct, the Libra rising chart, because when I look back to assess what happened to him in the 2016 election, that chart makes more sense. So, bottom line, he's likely to continue to be in hot water until the pre-spring period. If you're looking for more trouble than that for this guy, and don't I wish that that were the case, based on the chart, I don't really see it. To me, it looks like it's likely a temporary major bump. 2021 wasn't great by any means. He faced all kinds of criticism because that Mars in the 9-10 degree range of Scorpio was getting Saturn-Uranus pressure all year. But now in 2022, it'll be Saturn mostly. It's hard early in the year up to about March, and then it's difficult again in the fall. But I doubt that it's enough to bring this guy down, and he has a Senate seat until the 2024 election. And despite the fact that he is much disliked by both the Democrats and the Republicans themselves, his seat is probably safe. I mean, he's not going to be thrown out until then. And looking at the 2024 positions, I'm not even convinced that he stands to lose his seat then either. But in the near term, you can enjoy watching him squirm, both in the early part of the year, where we are now, and in the late summer and pre-election period of the 2022 midterms.